The American President Joe Biden is presently in Seoul for his very first summit meeting with the new South Korean President Yoon Seok-Youl, who's just recently taken charge in the country. Let's listen to what Joe Biden has to say there.
Even more closely than we already do, and help strengthen our supply chains, secure them against shocks, and give our economies a competitive edge. Today, President Yoon and I discussed a broad range of issues, as he's mentioned today. I apologize for repeating them, in both regional and global terms. The cooperation between the Republic of Korea and the United States is vital to our shared strategic progress. At least we both believe that. From fighting this pandemic to strengthening global health security, health systems, and so that we can better be prepared for the next major global health event, and there will be others. From increasing our climate ambitions to accelerating climate solutions like development of electric vehicles, from standing up to our shared democratic values and defending a rule-based international order against threats and stability. Our alliance is making important contributions to shape the future for our children. And Korea's strong and its dynamic economy is a powerful example of that for the rest of the world. I also want to thank the peoples of Korea for their strong support for the people of Ukraine. Putin's war against Ukraine isn't just a matter for Europe. It's an attack on democracy and the core international principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity. And the Republic of Korea and the United States are standing together, part of a global response with our allies and partners around the world to condemn Russia's flagrant violations of international law and to hold Russia accountable and to support the people of Ukraine. Tomorrow, the President and I will be visiting with the Korean and American troops who are still serving side by side even today, decades after our troops first fought valiantly together to preserve the freedom of the Republic of Korea. It's emblematic of our strength and our continuing strength, and of the durability of our alliance and our readiness to take on all threats together. And today, President Yoon and I committed to strengthening our close engagement and work together to take on challenges of regional security, including addressing the threat posed by the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, by further strengthening our deterrence posture and working toward a complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, as the President has already spoken to. Promoting stability across the Taiwan Straits as well, and ensuring freedom of navigation, including in the South China Sea and beyond. So thank you again, Mr. President, for your warm welcome, for your commitment to strengthening our alliance, and for expanding our global partnership. I look forward to years to come. Now, I believe, who asked the first question?
다음은 기자단과 질의응답을
Now we're going
하시겠습니다.
to open the floor for questions and answers. The presidents of the two countries will be designated a person that will be asking questions. Now we'll be taking a question from a Korean journalist who will be posing a question to the Korean president. So please raise your hand and the president will designate a person for the question.
All right, so that, of course, is the press briefing by Joe Biden and the South Korean President Yoon Seok-Youl. Now, remember, this, of course, is a visit by the American President to the Korean Peninsula that is happening at a very difficult time. There's this ongoing war in Ukraine, and also the tensions on the Korean Peninsula are also on the rise. The North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, it was widely expected, could, of course, use this opportunity of the American President visiting the Korean Peninsula to test fire a missile of the North Koreans, but that so far has not happened. But there are several issues which the American president will be discussing with his South Korean counterpart Yoon Seok-Youl, who has just recently taken office. So there's a change of guard in Seoul, but a very crucial visit there by the American president, who's there to expand the American alliance with South Korea just beyond the security partnership that has been that's been defined by the threat that is posed by the North. And officials have also said that this first meeting between the American president and the South Korean president is to cultivate greater economic ties between the two nations. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.